Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to another episode of Herb's Comic Book Journey. So, with everything going on in the world, I still wanted to go ahead and stick to what's been going on. There's a lot of tension in the world going on right now, especially with the black community, the white community, and everything. What better way to talk about more shit that's going on in the world by going in and talking about our next comic book for this week. We're going to the Marvel Comics this week, and we're going to talk about Jungle Action, Black Panther. And for those of you who don't know what this one is, this is when the Black Panther goes up against the KKK. Not making this shit up at all. It's a fucking awesome joint though. One thing that I learned after reading this is definitely it's got a lot of tension in it for me. There's one particular part that really just had me stop and really just think about what the it was definitely a couple what the fuck moments in here. One other thing about this is going to be a two-parter. This is so this week we're going to run the first part of it, and then the following week we're going to do the other part. But before we get into this comic book journey this week, we got to talk about our sponsors. First one up, Phoenix Fit. As you guys seen this past week in the latest episode of Blurs and Whiskey, we talked about my weight loss over the past 36 days. Starting from this past Sunday, which makes 36 days, I have been on a weight loss journey that's really been active. One thing I want to tell people, when you take this product, make sure you're doing every single thing the right way. Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're working out. Make sure you talk to your doctor saying like, hey, how can I do better work to try to lose this weight? What can I do to get myself in shape, make myself better, my mindset better? Be sure to talk to your doctors just to go ahead and because everybody's different. But when I got through with this this past Sunday, 36 days ago, I was 430 pounds. I got on the scale this past Sunday. I reached my second goal of 400. I'm at 400 pounds currently, 30 pounds within 36 days with hard work, determination, and constant drilling into my head. No more sweets unless you really want it. But I mean, it's basically just making myself really active, making sure that I take care of my body. And the product works. It tastes good. I feel good mentally. I'm on point. I'm not just saying this stuff just because they're a sponsor. I'm saying this because I honestly feel good about myself. So be sure to check it out. For more information, go on to phoenixfit.com to make all your purchases. You can also go ahead and get our 15% off on all products using the promo code FNX-Blurs13. Once again, that's FNX-Blurs13. Sorry. And go on Phoenix Fit, FNXfit.com. And for more information, go ahead and try the products out. Go and get you some. Possibly try to go from a 5X to a 2X. You never know. You're gonna see Slim Herb out here someday. But anywho, let's get into this whole entire comic right here. Like I said, I'm gonna break it into two parts. The first part, we start off with T'Challa. He's in town in Georgia for a funeral for this girl. Her name is Monica Lynn. Monica Lynn just lost her sister in an apparent suicide, but as we find out a little more in the story, stuff seems to be kind of weird and twisted. So T'Challa is making his way into Georgia. He sees these robed men basically going up against with daggers, getting ready to try to attack Monica Lynn. Now, for those of you who don't know what Monica Lynn is, she's the equivalent to what's her name, Mary Jane Watson to Spider-Man, and this is well before Storm came in the picture because you all know Storm and Black Panther, T'Challa was a thing at some point, but this is well before it. Monica, she as you know, if you messing with T'Challa, then you must got skills like you can rap. So Monica goes and she goes to see her sister in at the graveyard, and only to find out that basically T'Challa sees these road men. He goes ahead and tries to beat them up. Monica goes ahead and puts her fist in there to him, beats the living shit out of them. Both are just wailing on these motherfuckers. To the point to when this one guy comes in, and he's a new character to Black Panther. His name is Kevin Trueblood. Kevin Trueblood, he is a reporter from the Georgia Sun, and he hates racists. He's all a part of the movement. He is an ally, if you will. So he's going in, making sure that he basically finds out that Monica's sister's a suicide might really be a murder, and the KKK may have something to do with it. So in the midst of him trying to fill her in, one of those road men tried to attack him, and only to find out when T'Challa takes his hood off, it's a black guy. And so we're sitting there thinking like, oh, wow. So if this is part of the KKK, they don't like us colored people. So it definitely is something that T'Challa basically goes ahead, gets all of them. They take them to the police. The police lock them up. The police is sitting there interrogating them, saying like, hey, we'll throw the book at you and everything. And they don't budge. So they go to Monica's family's house, and as Monica's family is sitting there just chatting it up and everything, just talking, all of a sudden you see this Molotov cocktail just being thrown at the house. T'Challa sees it, quickly attacks, go ahead, takes out the Molotov, just beats everybody's ass out there. And it wasn't just the KKK, it was KKK members, but it wasn't just the KKK members. It was also the hooded people, the hooded men. When they got arrested, just gonna tell him back, when they got arrested, the sheriff there, whose name is Sheriff Tate, he goes ahead and says it may be part of this whole entire organization called the Dragon Circle. The Dragon Circle, they seem to be like elites, and they really just trying to make sure that they can take out people as well. They feel like Monica's sister may have known something, and possibly she got killed for it. But T'Challa goes in, beats everybody's ass. Goes on the very next day. T'Challa goes with Monica to the supermarket, and these same guys that got arrested the day prior goes ahead and tries to jump her, and he's beating the shit out of every single person in there, beating them down to a pulp, to the point to where when he throws them out the store, people start getting pissed off at him, and it's like, dude, what the fuck just happened? I mean, even this old ass lady who he helped out earlier is just beating is hitting them with her purse and everything, to the point to where it got like Monica gets so pissed off about it, because Monica actually used to go to live in Wakanda at one point as an exchange student. But Monica gets pissed off, and the reason why I bring that up is because when Sheriff Tate finally comes in and those guys run off, he goes ahead and tries to break the police up from beating up on T'Challa, and says to her like, hey, like she's pissed off to the point to where she's like, I hate all this shit, because it's the same stuff that we dealt with over in Wakanda as far as xenophobia. Then he basically is just like, she's pissed off, and she's like, I'm just tired of this BS and everything. But one thing that T'Challa did hear before the whole entire, those guys who came in and beat him up, he heard that they was going to have a rally. Now, right before then, let's get into what happened when Sheriff Tate got there. Sheriff Tate pretty much broke the whole entire thing up, told him like, hey, these are the same guys who got out because apparently they made bail. And it wasn't just because of some race shit as far as like, hey, we're white men, we should be able to get out. It was literally because somebody had a shitload of money, so it had to be going up from like the higher ups to bail them out. So that's the reason why they got out, and because they made bail. So when T'Challa heard about the whole entire situation with the actual the meeting that night, he goes ahead and just beats the hell out of, it tries to beat the hell out of every single guy that's there. And it's the KKK that he's at. To a point to where it's so many people there that all of them just beat him up to a point to where he gets, see, this is the part right here where it really gets like, as a black man, it really kind of pisses me off a little bit, because by this time we're in Jungle Action issue 21. T'Challa was beat up to a point to when they put him on a cross and burnt him, lit it on fire. And it took me back a little bit, because it was more so the fact that he was sitting there just taking it. He didn't yell or scream or anything like that. He was being able to take it, even to the point to where he broke off of the actual the cross that was on fire, and he charged at a few of those clan members and took them out right before he fell into a swamp, and he was eventually picked up and taken to the hospital. That is where I'm going to end it at. I'm not even gonna lie, that shit kind of fucked me up near the end as far as just watching that, because it wasn't just one page, it was like 3 pages back to back to back of just him being on a cross, and especially a black man being on a cross that's on fire. It kind of hits different, and not in a good way, and it kind of fucked me up. So I had to take a break from that. It eventually gets better, but I'm going to end it here, and then we're going to talk about it next week. So this is part 1 of Black Panther Jungle Action. Yeah. You know, I'm going to have to just switch over and go to a different subject and talk about our second sponsor, because this whole entire thing was a struggle to try to read. And speaking of struggles, Beard Struggle. For those of you who have been looking at us over the last few months using the Beard Struggle, we've been doing really good with it. I feel like my beard is soft, and my wife loves to scent on me. Whenever I have the night oils that you wear right before you go to bed. So whenever I get ready to go to bed and she smells that scent on me, she just gets a certain type of way. She's just like, like in a good way, like. But anywho, be sure to go ahead and, because we are a beard Viking community, we want to go ahead and tell you guys, hey, be sure to go on thebeardstruggle.com and to get 15% off on all of your products. Go ahead and type in the promo code BLERDS1. It's BLERDS1. Be sure to go ahead and check on that website. Go ahead and get all the products that you need for your beard, so this way you can feel good, look good, smell good. Your girl's going to be all over you. She's going to love it. So be sure to go ahead and check that out and go ahead and get your products. And that concludes the first part of Herb's comic book journey. I shall see you guys next week. Y'all be easy. Peace.